And please welcome to the stage the wonderful Killian Brennan!
Hello! Gonna start you. What's your man? I'm only messing, I'm not doing that stuff. Okay, right, 21st of January, ladies and gentlemen. By a woo, who has broken a New Year's resolution at this point? Who made any? Oh, I made two. And chill out, Magda. One of them wasn't to lose weight, alright? Right? You're only here for a few days, just like, you know, don't make too many enemies. But, no, I made two. First one, right? Do you know when you're on the phone to someone, or you're going to go and meet someone, and someone else says, oh, tell them I was asking for it. Tell them I said hello. I'm actually going to do that this year. And it's kind of linked to my second one, which is that generally I'm going to be totally positive. That's my New Year's resolution, just militantly positive. Every cloud, silver lining, bright side of everything, right? And the reason being that I think just, you know, I'm surrounded by too much negativity in Ireland. I think we are too negative in Ireland. You're all thinking, no, we're not, but that proves my point, right? What does Ulster say? No, exactly. The other provinces didn't even bother to answer the question. Because we're negative. That's why there's no Irish people in advertising, ladies and gentlemen, right? Imagine if there were. Imagine the slogans. Frosties, they're grand. McDonald's, do, I'm eating it. Nike, just fuck it. You know? So I'm done with all that negativity, I'm moving on, it's positivity from here on out, and I have to tell you lads, it is life-changing, right? This is transformative stuff. Everything is looking up for me, right? First thing I did, started ignoring negative advice. So now I do drugs and drink and drive. It's life-changing. I'm following my dream now. I'm going to be the next James Bond. And like, some people might say, James Bond with a Cork accent, that'll never work, right? But I think that'll be class, think about it, right? Alright, Q-Boy, what's going on? How are things, Moneypenny K? This is box office gold right here, right? Things are really looking up. My children are doing very well in school. Mm-hmm. Yep. My daughter's winning all of her fights. And my son has hired 2 new drug dealers. Expanding empires. Coming up basis, my hearing is improving, right? I've cleared up some childhood confusion that I used to have. Whenever I was small and listened to the radio, I always thought it was washing machines live longer with Cal Paul. I was totally confused. Why did they always mention this man, Mr. Fogg, in weather reports? You know? So the hearing is looking up. That took you a while there. So it wasn't just me. Is your hearing getting better too? Right. Yeah, another one. Right. Actually, to be fair, I did lose my faith in God recently. But, you know, silver lining. I only have $20,000 more dollars to pay to become an operating Teton level 5. Scientology humor, always popular. Brilliant career-wise recently, right? Things are looking up there too, because a lot of job opportunities have opened up for me since I got fired. To be fair, it was only one shift working as a dishwasher in a hotel. Terrible job. I refer to that time now as 12 hours a slave. But now I'm free. Martin Luther King Day, it's fucking, you know. Another one, ladies and gentlemen, last year, negative old me, I used to get upset about people's arbitrary abuse of prepositions. I did. Did you ever talk to a Kerry person, right? Do you know that Kerry people... Kerry people go down to Limerick and up to Cork. Swear to God. You know? Then they might tell you to go back the road, you go over the road and they lose their minds. That kind of stuff annoyed me last year. This year I've decided to calm up and shut the fuck down. A lot of people might know here that I'm big into Irish, bit of a hardcore Gaeilgeoir. Cultural, not religious. But you know, some people try and get at me then and they go, you know, the Irish language is dying, you know. I'm like, I'm not going to listen to that negativity anymore, because when you take the bigger view, right, which is that the sun is going to implode, interstellar travel is very unlikely, and the universe is going to end in heat death anyway, sure, aren't all languages dying? Why get worried? No, Beshik Abra. No, big word. And actually, interesting one, right? This whole positivity thing isn't just about now. I've started to think about history as well. So, like, I'm reconsidering and reappraising the plague. Was it all bad? Absolutely not. I mean, who here hasn't enjoyed a good game of Ring-a-Ring-a-Rosy? There's a bright side to everything. And reading recently, Genghis Khan, right, killed 40 million people, 10% of the world's population at that time, which meant that 700 million tons of carbon weren't released into the atmosphere. Environmentalist lads. Are you telling me if you gave Greta Thunberg the opportunity to kill 10%? She's got a killer's eyes. Yeah, so that got me thinking, maybe there's other baddies from history and we're just blind to the positives, right? So let me educate you here now tonight, lads, right? Hitler, sure, he killed a lot of people, but he could wear the hell out of a high-waisted trouser. That's where mom jeans come from. Osama bin Laden, sure, he killed a lot of people. But 9/11 led to increased security at airports, pat-downs and cavity searches, and we all like to be touched. Joseph Stalin, sure, he killed a lot of people. But he was really good at it. It wasn't called the OK terror. It was the Great Terror, lads. The Great Terror. You know? And he was very good to his mum. Some people aren't ready for this much positivity, though, the militant positivity. I had a cousin there, had a car accident recently, and she lost one of her legs. And apparently I was too cheerful when I said, "Ha! Half the toenails to clip." But I recommend it, lads, right? Be positive, look for the bright side, it's there in everything. If you didn't think any of this was funny, there's 4 more comedians, right? From my point of view, if I don't get through to the final, that's an early night. On a school night as well. So just the last thing I'd like to say is, my wife said to say she was asking for you.
Kelly and Brendan, everyone. Alright guys, we're going to take a break for about 15 minutes. So that means get back in 15 minutes because we're running out of time, lads. So 10:15 we'll be back on again. See you then. Bye Rebel Red. Or any Franciscan Well. Or any outcome.
I've done it last week or two, yeah.